Now, here's lovely Anita Louise to tell you about a beauty discovery that solves a vital problem for every woman who needs extra color on her cheeks. And after 25, what woman doesn't?
Yes, girl. No longer need you put up with that pale, tired look that makes you seem less attractive. No longer need you have that painted rouge look that makes you seem older. Because at life, Hazel Bishop brings you complexion glow, that new creamy liquid color for your cheeks that makes you seem years younger and much prettier, too.
Just think, one magic drop of complexion glow smoothed on each cheek instantly blends in so completely with your own skin tones, it always looks natural, never looks rouged. Yes, after 25, you know, it's Hazel Bishop's Complexion Glow. Hazel Bishop No Smear Lipstick, America's largest selling lipstick, proudly presents This Is Your Life, with your warm-hearted host, Ralph Edwards.
Thank you very much. Welcome again to This Is Your Life, brought to you by our very wonderful sponsor, Hazel Bishop No Smear Lipstick. Well, as usual, our principal subject is right out in our audience here at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood. As you know, we go right into the audience, select our principal subject. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen, the person who is the principal subject on This Is Your Life never knows it until that time when he or she comes onto our stage.
Mr. Edwards.
So, hello, Bobo.
There's someone here that would like very much to meet you.
Are you Jeanette MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen? Jeanette. Well, who surprises who here, ladies and gentlemen? This seems to be a turning of the trick.
This is a surprise on you, I hope.
Well, it sure
At
is.
any rate,
This is not my life, honey.
No.
Now, let's get that settled right from the beginning.
No,
Bob Warren,
no.
I'll kill you.
This is my pleasure, however, Ralph.
Yes.
Because you have brought so much
Isn't
pleasure.
she a doll? Isn't she a gorgeous
No.
gal? Jeanette MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. Where did you come from?
I came from the International Optimists, who have asked me to present you with their plaque.
Oh,
And
how
it's their
very
creed,
wonderful.
because you have brought so much happiness to everybody throughout the country, and in appreciation for that, they've asked me to give you this with their love.
Oh, gee. Well, bless your heart. Thank you, Jeanette. Well, I know my wife is right. Is Jean in New York?
Yes, he's
Good,
in
I'll
New
kiss
York.
you then.
You're safe.
Thank you then. At any rate, I just want to say that knowing how, the thing I'm really flattered about, thank you, optimists, I'm really very happy to have this plaque, but knowing how busy this gal is, Jeanette MacDonald, she just finished a concert last night
Yes, but I haven't
at the
finished yet.
Philharmonic. Oh, is it on tonight, too?
No, last night I sang at the Philharmonic.
Yes.
But I'm leaving for
I
San
know you're
Diego.
going on a big tour or something like that.
And I finish in Washington. But you see, now I'm going out front to watch you because I haven't had an opportunity to see you on television since I've been touring.
Oh, how wonderful.
So I'm
Oh,
looking
see,
forward-
here, I'll tell you what. Hold on just a minute. We might as well, here, I've been holding on to this thing for years. I'm going to get rid of it now. Wait a minute. Here. This is as good a chance as any, Bob, to get rid. Here, I got something for you, Jeanette. Jeanette MacDonald.
Now.
Huh?
Well, now, this is a good surprise on me, huh?
Yes. Now, let me tell you something, young lady.
Yes.
This is the name of a show. Now, you've been busy on concert tours.
Yes.
This is a show that I have. This is a show you're on now. This is a show where we relive the entire life of a person who has done great and wonderful things for the country. This says, "This is your life, Jeanette MacDonald. This is your life now, and this is all it takes to get you here." Yes! How about... Come on. This is a reverse twist. Come sit here, will you, my dear? Oh, my, Jeanette. I'm afraid. Here, put my Optimist creed over there. Thank you, Optimist. I'm really grateful to
I
that.
thought I was being so clever.
Listen, that seat is liable to be filled with 100 people before this show is over. Honey, put it there. This here, you're the victim of a hoax. Now, Helen Ferguson told you that you were to come here. Now she's looking at me. To come here to give me a plaque, see? And I'm deeply grateful for that. And that plaque is real in the giving of it. Now, we're going to award you with a whole bunch of surprises. Right here, we have them in this book, and I'm going to start right from the beginning and get to it. Okay, gal?
Yes.
Jeanette, here we go. Now, listen very carefully. We know all about you, my dear, even to the neighbor, Mr. Matrick, who lived down the street from you in your childhood in Philadelphia. He says, you keep practicing, Jenny, and they'll clap for you at Carnegie Hall someday.
Thank you.
Now, our clock turns backward now to the year 1947, a sad year for you, Jeanette, because it was then that you lost your beloved mother, Anna MacDonald, who had been your guide, your inspiration. 1945. Ready to go? Here we go, gal, with your life. This is the year of two of the happiest events in your life. You sing for the first time in the Hollywood Bowl, and does this photograph here mean anything to you?
Why, it looks strangely like my husband.
It does indeed. When
Was he a captain then?
yes, when he came back, he was a major, I think.
No, he
Oh,
was a
yes,
major.
you got the two on there.
He was a captain there.
Yes, when he came back
Quite a kiss, wasn't it?
from overseas. Now you say, yes, that was a Lulu at that, wasn't it? There. Well, listen, been gone that long. I don't blame you. Now tell me this: where is he now?
He's in New York.
In New York, very busy with his many
He's
television
on a television show tonight.
Oh, good. All right. Well, then, are you... I tell you what, we sort of anticipated this, and we had him ready. Would you like to talk with him?
Oh, yes.
Huh? All right, we thought you'd get a kick. Now, this goes to New York right now. All New York is listening. Hello? Billy, is our New York call ready? All right. Would Gene Raymond? Yes, put him on. Here's Gene. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Pappy.
Hello. How are you, Bunk?
How are you?
Hey, how about this,
Is
huh?
my face red?
Well, this is a wonderful age we're living in. Here I am sitting watching you 3,000 miles away and talking to you on the phone.
Well, you know, I'm not even sure of that. I wouldn't be surprised if you popped up here any minute, you know.
Wave to him in the camera.
There.
He's
What
watching.
do you think I can do? Get on a
In this
fast-speed helicopter?
In this age, anything can happen. Are you watching?
Sure, I'm watching.
Well,
you
now look.
You
Can
look
you see
beautiful.
this? What am I doing now?
Oh, now, don't give me that.
Waving in it.
I think you look very lovely, Dan.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right, I won't hold you up because I know you got to go on with the show. I'll call you right, or can you call me afterwards?
Will you be home?
Well, of course.
Well, naturally.
Dates, do you?
Well, who can tell in this age?
There'll be no late dates tonight. I'll wait for your call and make the date afterwards.
All right, fine. Goodbye.
Goodbye, then.
Is everything all right with Gene, Jeanette?
Yes, apparently so.
I'm sure it is. All right, now we must get on with our story. 1942. Now, it's a lonely time for you, half a world apart, but you keep busy, you and Gene. Well, you especially keep busy. Gene's busy overseas, but you're making pictures and going on concert tours, and you visit army camps. You do something very unprecedented, really. You give your entire personal proceeds from 12 concerts. It was $96,462.89 to the Army Emergency Relief Fund. Now, how about that? That's a great, wonderful thing to do. And, of course, you sing at the Hollywood Canteen, and you're working with a serviceman. Speaking of the canteen, look at this, Jeanette, will you please?
I remember that boy.
Yes, you're quite...
His name was Burl Cowling.
Is that
He was
so?
a sailor. Oh, that was a hot number, wasn't it?
I bet it was a surprise to Jeanette MacDonald to find herself learning jitterbugging with that sailor, huh?
And it was sure a surprise to that sailor to find himself teaching jitterbugging to Jeanette MacDonald.
Now, who do you suppose that is, Jeanette? Well, just look over here to our Hazel Bishop archway, and here's your jitterbugging sailor, Burl Cowling of Huntington Beach, California.
That's very funny. How are you, Burl? Nice to see you. How's your wife and baby? Good. Two?
Yeah, two.
Congratulations.
Well, now, look, you kids have a lot to talk about, and if you want a jitterbug, well, you could do that, too, you know, for old lang syne. You just go right ahead there, if you want to. We'll come back to the song-filled life of Jeanette MacDonald in just a moment. But first, we have a message for you ladies. Now, in spite of the fact that over 11 million women know from their own happy experience that Hazel Bishop lipstick does not smear off when properly applied, we still hear some who say it isn't true. And that's why I'd like you to meet once again lovely and talented Anita Louise, not only a great movie star, but also an enthusiastic Hazel Bishop lipstick user.
Thank you very much, Ralph. And girls, it's true. I'm a Hazel Bishop girl, too. That's why I assure you that if you blot your lips properly after you apply Hazel Bishop No Smear Lipstick, it simply will not rub off when you eat, smoke, or kiss. Now, by blotting, I don't mean just once or twice, but keep on blotting your lips until no more red lip prints come off on the tissue, like this. You see? Now, if you let the color set for 2 or 3 minutes before you blot, then you can even rub your hand across your mouth, like this. And as you see, absolutely no lipstick smears. And my lip line is still perfect.
Thank you, Anita Louise. And girls, after that convincing demonstration, I don't see how you can continue to use an ordinary lipstick, especially when you can get the one and only Hazel Bishop No Smear Lipstick at all cosmetic counters with this unheard-of guarantee. Hazel Bishop No Smear Lipstick won't come off on your clothes when you dress, won't smear off on teeth or chin when you eat, won't smudge off on cigarettes when you smoke, or your money back. Yes, that's Hazel Bishop, America's largest selling lipstick, and it should be your lipstick.
Well, Jeanette, you've had a chance to catch your breath now, haven't you?
Yes.
You see your old friend Anita Louise over there?
Oh, hi, Anita.
Isn't that wonderful? Listen now, would you tell the folks now, did you honestly know what was going to happen to you? Huh?
I honestly did not know.
We'd like to make a point of the fact that This Is Your Life is unrehearsed, that she absolutely didn't know.
Completely. I thought really, it said very hush-hush. Very hush-hush now. Ralph doesn't know, so they kept me in the dressing room, and I really thought it was a great surprise on you.
Well, yes, I had to give up my dressing room for you this evening,
you
to
did?
get out. There are a lot more surprises in store for you as we review the years that were crowded with happiness and song. This is Your Life, Jeanette MacDonald. Well, it's 1939 now. You take a leave of absence from making pictures to embark on your first American concert tour. Among the thousands who listened and tranced at your concerts was one who had not only been a fan, but a friend of yours for many years standing.
I couldn't believe that this was the same Jeanette whose curls I used to see bobbing up and down as she ran out of school and hurried over to Schilling's ice cream hall.
Well, there's a voice in the past, Jeanette. Who could that be?
I don't know who it is, but I know Schilling's ice cream.
Yes? Well, it belongs to a lady who taught you English in the 7th grade at the Dunlap School in Philadelphia, Miss Edna Clear, now of Ocean City, New Jersey, and here she is.
How nice to see you.
Are you still so crazy about those ice
Well,
cream?
of course I am. Oh, how nice. This is a real surprise.
Well, Miss Claire, you must have been proud to see your favorite English pupil all grown up and a movie and concert star, eh?
Well, Mr. Edwards, I never doubted that Jeanette would be a great success, for she was one of the most brilliant pupils I ever taught.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's a wonderful thrill for a school teacher to find one of her former pupils making good.
Oh, that's great.
You're
All you
very
school
sweet.
teachers.
I'll tell you a little secret about Miss Clear. When we kids used to, play school,
Yes? Uh-huh.
I always had to be Miss Clear.
Oh, how wonderful.
Because
I didn't know
she was
that.
my favorite teacher. I did love her so. And she sang, too, you see, so that was kind of an inspiration
Hey,
to
we
me.
should do your life sometime. Did you have a nice flight out?
I had a thrilling flight.
Hazel Bishop flies all our This Is Your Life guests to Hollywood by TWA, the airline that flies those luxurious 300-mile-an-hour TWA Transworld Airlines Super Constellation Ambassador flights, which offer luxury sleeper service coast to coast into Europe and Asia. Well, thank you, Miss Clear. You take your place over there in Jeanette's past while we go on with our life. Back we go, Jeanette, back to the dazzling parade of motion pictures that set the name of Jeanette MacDonald to heavenly music. Maytime with Nelson Eddy. The New Moon also with Nelson Eddy. San Francisco with Clark Gable. Bittersweet, the great Noel Coward success. The Girl of the Golden West. Remembering all these? And of course, yes, Sweethearts, with your great co-star, Nelson Eddy. Now it's June 16th, 1937. The calendar of your life stands at what's the most important date of all.
You're at the Wilshire Methodist Church in Los Angeles. Do you remember Jeanette?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the man who performed the ceremony that united you in marriage with Jean Raymond, the Reverend Dr. Wilsie Martin. Dr. Martin, here.
How nice to see you. We were talking about you only last night.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Yes, we were talking about you. Mrs. Beeheimer came backstage to see me at my recital, and she said you and Mrs. Martin were not able to come because Mrs. Martin hadn't been very well. And I'm sorry, but
That's
it's
nice
so nice to see you.
I imagine that's one wedding you won't forget.
That's right, Ralph.
Yes.
I won't forget it.
Well,
It was a beautiful wedding, Jeanette, and a memorable one.
Well, it's one I won't forget either.
You know, Ralph, I have a particular thrill and a sense of exaltation with every couple that I marry. And especially when the couples like Jeanette and Jean show in their life the philosophy of the holy bonds of matrimony, I have a particular thrill and a great gratification.
Isn't that wonderful? Thank you, Dr. Martin. Now, if you'll just take your seat there, please. Thank you, sir. In Jeanette's past, we've got a lot of ground to cover. It's 1935, the year this wonderful romance began. How'd you and Jean actually meet, Jeanette?
Well, it's been published a lot, but we met on a doorstep. We were both going to a party. We were each going to a party.
Yes.
And I arrived at the door just a little ahead of Jean.
Mm-hmm.
And he whistled at me. Now, this is
Oh, the wolf. He didn't.
Yes, he did. And I turned around and looked, and I've never been able to live that down, you see. At any rate, he came up to the step, and he said, oh, how nice for us to be here together. He introduced himself to me, and I said, I'm Jeanette MacDonald. Yes, I know. So then the hostess opened the door and said, oh, how nice of you to come together. You see, well, we hadn't at all. But as a matter of fact, we didn't see each other again that evening because he was interested in somebody else at the party.
Oh, well. You mean that you and your husband have never been formally introduced then?
No.
Well, think of that. I think after 15 years of married life, it's time you two were introduced to each other. Mr. Jean Raymond, you should meet, you see. Mrs. Jean Raymond, may I present Mr. Jean Raymond. Here, he is.
You played very well and very straight, yes.
I couldn't see what you were doing, though. That's the...
Yes. Look, Jean, you belong here. You sit over here, boy. It's Jeanette's life now. I know this is an exciting moment for both of you, but we still have a long way to go here on our journey of surprises. So I tell you what, Jean, you just sit there, and here we go back through the years. Well, it's 1935, and here in Hollywood, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer had the greatest box office team in history, Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy. Your first picture together was... That's right, Naughty Marietta, and that box office smash was quickly followed by... another screen classic, Rosemary. And before that, there... A haunting Viennese love story, The Merry Widow, with Maurice Chevalier. The Love Parade with Maurice Chevalier. The Vagabond King with Dennis King. You remembering all of these?
Oh, yes.
Monte Carlo followed, 1 Hour with You, Love Me Tonight. We've been showing the audience pictures of you all during this time. Yes, Jeanette, that is your film career, and I know one of your sorrows is that your father, who passed away in 1924, never got to see his celebrated daughter become a star. But long before you ever faced a camera, you were a star on Broadway.
Jeanette didn't achieve stardom on Broadway without a lot of hard work and preparation, Mr. Edwards.
Well, I wonder who that...
I I know who that is.
That is the person who crystallized your ambitions to become a singer. She was your first singing teacher, and you still study with her today.
Yes.
Grace Adele Newell of New York and Hollywood.
You two come out together? Did you two fly out together? Oh, it was wonderful.
We traveled 3,000 miles together.
And Jeanette is where she is today, Mr.
Yes,
Edwards,
Miss Newell.
because of her determination, her stick-to-itiveness, and great loyalty.
And you.
And she has never stopped studying.
Oh, that's great. And before you took this young lady as a pupil, you laid down some pretty strict rules of conduct,
I
didn't you?
certainly did. I told her that she couldn't have any drinking, no gallivanting, no smoking.
And you know what Mr. Lubitsch used to call her when she'd come on the set during the making of the Love
Oh,
Parade?
now, don't just...
What, Jeanette?
He used to call her my moral teacher.
Well, Jeanette, you and Miss Newell will all have a chance to get together at the party Hazel Bishop is giving you at the famous Bit of Sweden on the Sunset Strip here in Hollywood. Manager Fred Glow will be looking for you, and we'll be on our way right after the show.
All right.
Well, it's 1922 now, and you, Jeanette, are a busy, busy girl in New York. You're dancing on the stage in hit musicals, going to school, and singing in the church choir on Sunday.
You remember how you got your first job on Broadway, Jeanette?
Well, that's my sister Blossom.
Your big sister Blossom, now a distinguished actress in her own right, Marie Blake. Oh, how did you get Jeanette that first job on Broadway, anyhow?
Well,
Marie?
you see, Ralph, she was just 13 years old.
Yes.
And she kept teasing me to take her down to audition for Ned Wayburn, the man whose show I was then working in.
Sure.
See? Well, remember that? How
Very.
scared you were?
Yes.
Well, she kicked too high and she fell in the orchestra pit.
Oh, no.
And she climbed back up on the stage and started to sing.
Well, bless her heart.
Remember? So, well, Wayburn hired her anyhow, you see. But you know what?
No, what?
The reason she got the job?
What?
Because he thought she'd be a good comic.
Well, how do you like that?
Well, I might add I was all dressed up in my sister's clothes.
Oh.
Maybe that helps.
What a start in professional show business for a gal who, at the age of 3, made her debut as a singer at the Tennant Memorial Presbyterian Church, right? In Philadelphia, at the church social. Now, your sister Elsie, who taught you your first songs, played your accompaniment. Do you remember?
Yes.
Oh, maybe it's a bear. If perchance they catches me, I'll die right there and there.
Who's that playing the piano?
That's my sister Elsie.
Just going through that, I'm scared to death. Cause maybe it's a bear.
Yes, your sister Elsie, all the way from Philadelphia, Jeanette MacDonald. Here she is. Come on, my dear.
Real family.
Yes, a family reunion. Hi.
Yes, well, this is the biggest surprise yet.
Fly, me.
Oh, dear.
Jeanette, do you remember when you were a little bit of a girl, so big? You always said, I'm going to be a grand opera star and buy a gold bed and a pink limousine for Mother.
Yes.
Well, listen, you can see all your friends, you know, of course, after the party, and then over at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, where they all have accommodations. The Roosevelt Hotel is Hollywood's most famous hotel where smart travelers from the world over stop and meet there. Well, Elsie, Mrs. Bernard Scheiter, what do you do now?
I have a studio of dance in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania.
Well, good for you. Oh, if you'd only known that when you were studying the dance. Oh, well, that was later. You go over there, you two wonderful sisters, and sit in Jeanette's past, and we'll see you at the party later. Well, Jeanette, this is your life, and what a wonderful life. A life full of music and laughter and kindness and love. The love of your family and your many, many friends. The love of your husband. Of course, you remember, Jeanette and Jean, at your wedding, as you knelt together, the song that was sung by an old friend, a dear friend.
Grant them the joy which frightened deathly sorrow. Grant them the peace which bundled earthly strife. And to this day, the glory of tomorrow, grant
years with you. My
Sounds
goodness.
just as beautiful today as it did then, don't it?
Oh, thanks, Jane. Thank you very much.
You know something?
What, dear?
When we were outside parking the car, Helen Ferguson, who brought me over, I must tell you this.
Yes.
The man, she said, where can we park Miss MacDonald's car? He said, over there beside Nelson Eddy.
We got news for you. We heard about this, and don't you think we weren't scared? Look, honey, we've got to get on here. Tell her, Nelson, what you want.
All right, Ralph. And Jeanette, I may call you Jeanette, may I?
That's all right, old man. I give you my permission.
Thank you, Jane. Of all the wonderful moments our association has brought me, the one that I remember with the greatest warmth is when I had the pleasure of singing at your wedding.
Well, Nelson, what can I say except it was one of the highlights, certainly, of our wedding, and we'll never forget it.
Well, bless you. You're going to have a lot of time to talk. Right
And I say
now,
again, God bless you both.
the future is yet to come here, and in a moment we'll see what your Hazel Bishop future is here. Right now, here's our very good friend, Bob Warren.
Well, friends, we hope you realize as you watch This Is Your Life that not all drama is confined to the movies. Now, for instance, girls, you may be the heroine of a story with your favorite man the hero and that old-fashioned lipstick of yours the villain. Now, in such a story, girl meets boy, girl kisses boy goodnight, but leaves him a marked man. Not a very pretty story, is it, Anita Louise?
But that sounds like an old-fashioned melodrama, Bob. Nowadays, every smart girl uses Hazel Bishop's amazing no-smear lipstick. And that girl meets boy with lips looking radiant, luscious, and colorful. That girl dates boy and drinks without leaving a single lipstick smear on a glass, cup, or straw. She smokes without messing her lipstick. And she kisses the boy goodnight. And as you can see, her lipstick never tells. But best of all, the very, very best of all, is that her lip line is still...
Perfect enough to be kissed again.
So, girls, if you're still using an ordinary lipstick, stop now and get the one and only Hazel Bishop no-smear lipstick with this positive guarantee.
Hazel Bishop no-smear lipstick won't come off on your clothes when you dress, won't smear off on teeth or chin when you eat, won't smudge off on cigarettes when you smoke, or your money back. Yes, that's Hazel Bishop no-smear lipstick, America's largest selling lipstick. And starting today, it should be your lipstick.
Now, Jeanette, your Hazel Bishop future. First, we know that a bed is maintained at Birmingham Crippled Children's Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama, in the name of your mother, Anna MacDonald. So Hazel Bishop is sending to that hospital a beautiful Westinghouse 21-inch screen television set that provides unsurpassed clarity and brilliance with three-way picture perfection. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. And for you, as befits a truly great lady, Hazel Bishop wants you to have this beautiful Bulova diamond wristwatch from America's great manufacturer. Your Bulova watch is engraved so that your appearance on This Is Your Life will be with you for a lifetime of happy memories. And for your concert tours, Hazel Bishop would like you to have a match set of Amelia Earhart luggage, smartly styled and lightweight. Amelia Earhart luggage will give you long years of dependable service. Also a set of men's soft-side luggage for Jean. And here's a surprise that I know will especially please you because you're always encouraged young singers. For your concert in Carnegie Hall this coming January 16th, Hazel Bishop has purchased 50 tickets, and they'll be distributed free of charge to talented young singers selected by the New York Conservative Music. See? And so that you can be surrounded by your family and friends here, you'll have a sound film of this show. Well, Jeanette MacDonald, this is your life. A life that has been an inspiration to many and a joy to those who know and love you. It's been a great honor to have you as our guest. Goodbye, Jeanette MacDonald, and God bless you, and thank you all. She's all yours there. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week.